When someone's self-respect is attacked, there are usually two paths: either suffer in silence or lash out in anger. But Chanakya, the great thinker whose principles remain unshakable even today, revealed a third way: to respond with wisdom, not weakness. He taught that if you keep forgiving the foolish and the wicked, you're only inviting more problems into your life. Ignoring stupidity is like pouring oil onto a raging fire. It only makes it stronger. And when the dignity of a good person is violated, time itself delivers a painful lesson that can never be erased. This is why Chanakya's wisdom reminds us: remaining silent in every situation isn't the answer. Fighting back at every opportunity isn't wise either. The real intelligence lies in choosing the right moment and the right way to respond. Most importantly, if a malicious person tries to wound your self-respect, you must answer back. Such people are more venomous than snakes. They respect neither your kindness nor your silence. Once Chanakya was asked, "Master, how should one respond to insult?" He replied with deep seriousness, "If you want to be safe from your enemy, never leave him half defeated. Strike in such a way that he never dares to rise against you again." It may sound severe, but in truth, it is essential, both to protect your life and to protect your dignity. So today, let's explore 12 powerful and strategic principles from Chanakya that show us how to respond to insult and disrespect in ways no enemy will ever forget. Principle 1. Don't erase the insult. Turn it into a lesson. Chanakya taught, never erase an insult completely. Make it the greatest lesson of your life. The one who forgets his humiliation is bound to repeat it, but the one who learns from it grows wiser, sharper, and stronger than before. Imagine someone mocking your startup, saying, "You'll never succeed. This will fail." If you brush it aside and forget, those same people will humiliate you again. But if you turn that insult into fuel, working harder, learning more, and building your success, those very people will one day applaud you. As Chanakya put it, keep the insult in your heart, not as a wound, but as fuel. That fuel will push you forward and prove your strength to the world. Principle 2. Respond with wisdom, not anger. Another vital teaching. Anger leads only to destruction. When insulted, anger is a natural reaction. But if you answer back in the same tone, you lower yourself to their level. And that is your true defeat. Picture this: someone mocks your family, your clothes, or your lifestyle in front of others. If you erupt in rage, shouting or cursing, people may forget the insult, but they will remember your behavior. The focus shifts from who started it to who lost control. Chanakya reminds us, silence is not weakness, it is a warrior's hidden weapon. Now imagine instead you smile calmly and say, "Your words reflect your own mindset. That's fine." With just one line, the other person feels defeated. They realize they couldn't shake you, and that becomes their greatest humiliation. Another example, in college or at work, someone mocks your style or how you speak. If you argue back in irritation, they'll push harder. But if you smile and reply, "Everyone has their own style. I like mine," and then quietly return to your work, they'll fall silent. Why? Because you refused to give them the reaction they craved. This is Chanakya's true path. Respond with peace, but in a way that unsettles the other person from within. Because not every battle is fought with swords. Some are won with patience, clarity, and words that cut deeper than steel. Principle 3. Enduring insult. Again and again is foolishness. Chanakya warned, to tolerate repeated humiliation is not patience, it is foolishness. If someone keeps disrespecting you, and you keep accepting it quietly, you are giving them permission to continue. A poisonous weed, if not uprooted, will only grow stronger. Silence has value when used wisely, but silence in the face of constant insult only feeds arrogance. Real strength lies in drawing firm boundaries and declaring, enough is enough. Principle 4. Choose the right battlefield. Not every insult deserves an answer at the place where it was thrown. Chanakya said, "The wise never fight on the ground chosen by the enemy." If someone mocks you in public, you don't need to create a loud scene there. Instead, wait and pick the right moment where your words carry weight and your dignity stays intact. Often, victory depends less on force and more on choosing the battlefield wisely. Principle 5. Use success as revenge. One of the sharpest weapons against insult is success itself. When someone says, "You can't do it," the most powerful response is to prove them wrong through achievement. Insults fade quickly, but accomplishments echo for a lifetime. The world may laugh at your dreams today, but when those dreams come true, their laughter will turn into applause. Principle 6. Never match their level. Chanakya said, "Do not lower yourself to the level of a fool." When someone throws dirt, if you throw dirt back, you'll only end up dirty too. Instead, rise above, hold on to your dignity. Refusing to play their cheap game is a victory in itself. Principle 7. The power of silence with strategy. There's a difference between weak silence and strategic silence. Weak silence comes from fear. Strategic silence comes from strength. Sometimes not reacting immediately unsettles your enemy. They start to wonder, why didn't he respond? What is he planning? That pressure often breaks them more than any angry reaction could. Principle 8. Words that cut deeper than swords. Chanakya believed, a single sharp sentence can crush the arrogance of the wicked. A calm but carefully chosen line can pierce deeper than 100 heated arguments. The goal is not to shout louder, but to speak with such clarity that it shakes their very foundation. Principle 9. Strike only once, but strike strong. Chanakya's guidance was clear. If you must respond, do it with such precision and force that the other person never dares to insult you again. Weak responses invite repeated attacks. A decisive response ends the matter completely. Principle 10. Reputation is a shield. Your character and reputation are your strongest protection. If you live with integrity, even if someone tries to insult you, society itself will defend you. Chanakya said, "The pure need not shout for respect. Their life itself speaks. Protect your reputation, and no insult can truly harm you." Principle 11. Patience is not weakness. Chanakya reminds us, the one who knows when to wait wins. Some enemies destroy themselves through arrogance. If you rush to retaliate, you may save them from their own downfall. But if you wait with patience, time itself punishes them far worse than you ever could. Principle 12. Never forgive a deliberate betrayal. Forgiveness has its place, but not when someone deliberately betrays or repeatedly insults you. Chanakya's words were firm. If someone knowingly attacks your dignity, forgiving them is the same as insulting yourself. Such people are like venomous snakes. If left unchecked, they will strike again. Deal with them in a way that ensures they never dare to harm you or your respect again. So remember Chanakya's wisdom. Don't remain silent in every situation. Don't react with anger either. The real art lies in knowing when and how to strike back with dignity, intelligence, and strength. Because life isn't about merely surviving insults. It's about transforming them into lessons, strength, and fuel for your greatest victories.